welcome back. You've joined our small group of travellers as we depart the Cardrona Hotel. You might remember in the last episode we rode to Cardrona Hotel from Haast, took a refreshment break there, and now we're continuing our ride. We're heading on to Te Anau, so let's see how this works out today. Now we're about to join onto the Crown Range Road, and it's a fantastic road. Heads over the top of the hill, there's a summit, then come down the other side, and we're heading on to the Queenstown side of the mountain. But there was potentially a little bit of trouble. While we're at the Cardrona Hotel, we did hear sirens and a lot of emergency vehicles tearing up the road in this direction that we're travelling now, so clearly something had gone wrong, and we're just travelling along here hoping that the road remains open so we can get through. There is an alternative. If necessary, we'd have to backtrack and go around the very long way, but we're trying our luck to see what is in store ahead, and certainly we all obviously hope that whatever's happened, we hope everybody's okay. Well, I was beginning to think that maybe nothing did happen after all, and then we came across the accident sign and the stop-go guy. We didn't have to wait here terribly long, and we travelled along trying to avert our eyes, but there was an accident scene in front of us here to the left. Couldn't see any people. Looked a fairly nasty one with a car being impacted at the front end. But the emergency vehicles were here very quickly, took people away from the scene, and hopefully everyone involved in this particular disaster here is recovering well wherever they might be. As you can probably imagine, after that particular scene, we had a fairly sedate ride heading up to the summit, and of course there was an emergency vehicle returning to Queenstown also up there, so we were just taking our time, and when we came to the summit, we thought it's a good time to just get off the bikes and have a little bit of a stretch of the legs and relax while the slower moving traffic manages to make their own pace and get on down to Queenstown. So we took a moment here, got off the bikes, enjoyed the view, and then when we were ready to go and the slower moving traffic had moved away, boarded back up and headed off down the Crown Range Road. And as you'll see on this side of the road, it's a little bit of a different outlook than what we had coming up. Lots of twisty turns here, and as we get to the lower half of the mountain, we got a lot of hairpin bends. So the views up here are amazing. It's I think the summit sign says something about 1,076 metres up. Doesn't sound terribly much in the scale of mountains, but the view up here is amazing, and the road's a good one, but like with all of these mountain roads, pay attention, take care at all times. Then you're going to get through just fine and have a story to tell at the end of it. Now this section of the ride through from Cardrona through to Te Anau, it's around about 200 kilometres distance, and we've got some spectacular riding to yet to come, so looking forward to that. We made only a couple of stops from this point on. We stopped in Queenstown to fuel up before heading off down State Highway 6, and then eventually I think it's 94 to get up to Te Anau. We had one further stop from Queenstown. It wasn't for fuel though. We stopped for a light snack lunch at Five Rivers Cafe at Mossman, and that was really good. Before having a run into Te Anau, we got there around about 3 o'clock, so yeah, it was a fairly good day's riding. We'd left Haast about 8 and on the road riding through till around about 3 o'clock, arriving in Te Anau. So great day on the bikes, that's for sure. The first time across the Crown Range, I came up from the Queenstown side, and it starts off with those really tight hairpins. Thought to myself, man, is the whole thing going to be like this? Because it's quite intense little section of road, a few kilometres before it kind of stretches its legs and gives you a bit of room to drive along or ride along and get to take in the views without having to, oh here we go, another 180-degree turn. So here we are now. We're kind of fueled up and we're on our way, State Highway 6. We're going to be heading up on Kingston Road, so named because it's heading towards the small town of Kingston at the top end of Lake Wakatipu. And Lake Wakatipu, that's the main lake that comes into Queenstown itself, but it has a little bit of a long leg that runs down here, and it's going to be keeping us company on the right hand side as we travel along this amazing stretch of road with some spectacular views. And we were really lucky with a clear weather day today. We could see for miles, so settle back and enjoy this rather scenic view along a road that's also known as the Devil's Staircase. State Highway 6, Lake Wakatipu on the right. Last time we came over this road I tried to film it, but it wasn't that good because the weather was a little different. The last time we travelled was late April last year, or at least a day or two after Anzac Day, so that's the 25th of April. There was a bunch of traffic on the road. It was a little bit greyer in general and visibility was nothing like as good as today, so what I can tell you is that this day here is pretty special with the views that we're able to see right across the mountains on either side of the road. So yeah, it really was a highlight trip, this one. So yeah, even on this road there's a couple of hairpins here and there, but nothing really too serious. And every time you swing back to look back onto the lake, and you know, just keep on marvelling at the beautiful colours are in evidence here. I think they've come out okay on the video. I can tell you I've not enhanced one single thing. The lake really does look that blue, and I think probably the GoPro's undersold it a little bit. All the colours were just popping as we were riding along here. Really was kind of a catch your breath moments every time you kind of looked out and looked around. A recurring theme we had on this particular trip, and why I think that mid-February travelling around the country is a good time to go, because it's not school holidays or anything else, no other kind of basic holiday season going on, is we had light traffic pretty much wherever we were travelling. Unless of course you're in the cities, then there's always going to be traffic, what can you do? But out on the country roads like this, we had the roads to ourselves for the most part. It was fabulous, made a big difference to enjoyment of the whole event. Now on this stage of the journey we've just left Mossburn, which means a little bit early we'd stopped at the Five Rivers Cafe at Lautha to have a little break, and we're on the very last stages of heading into Te Anau. So this is about where I'm going to leave this one to wind out as we pull into the Te Anau Top 10 Holiday Park where we overnighted. Come back next week, we'll be taking a ride up to Milford Sound from here, and I think you're going to enjoy that one. We went there last year, as you can look back in my videos and see that one. We found snow. I don't think we're going to find snow this time, but let's see what we do find. In the meantime, take care out there, ride safe, have fun, see you on the next one.